I'm actually going to move this out of the way so I have more space. We're just going to keep it up here so we can see him. So you're going to have three of these shapes now. We're going to take one of them and put it off to the side because we're not going to mess with it. And we're going to keep one right on the top. So this one on the left side, this guy, I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. And this one right here is the one I'm going to mess with. So this one is done. It's never going to get changed again. We might make it bigger or smaller, but it's pretty much going to look like this. This one, we're going to do something else to it. But right now we're working in the middle one. So in the middle one, you're going to click on it. You're going to make the outline black on this shape. You're going to make the outline black. Then you're going to make the fill color transparent. Once you've made the fill color transparent, you're going to make the weight of the line bigger. So you can see here, this outline is pretty thin, but if you look on our characters, the outline is very thick. It's a broad black line. So we're going to make it a bigger broad outline. So what you're going to do that, you're going to click on your shape again. Up here, next to where you change the border color, there's this option that has these three lines. And when you hover over it, it says border weight. You're going to click on that and you're going to go to 8 points. This is a nice thick line. It is about the same size that I used here. So that's what you want to do. It actually might end up being, you can do 12. That would also be acceptable. I think I'm going to do 12 in this video because I think that's what I did last time. Um, So you're going to do 12 points for that, and you are pretty much done with this shape. Now what I want you to do is you're going to move this shape on top of the other shape. You're going to see here that when I tried to move my border, my one with my black outline, it was actually underneath the pink one, and we do not want that. So you're going to right click on the outline, one with the outline, and you're going to go to order and you're going to bring to front because you want to put the outline in front of this pink box here. Alternatively, you could have clicked on the pink one, right clicked onto it, and then said order and then send to back. Either of those would have worked. We want it though so that you can see the black outline over top of the pink shape. Once you've made sure that your black outline is on top of your pink shape and it's not going behind it, you're going to start moving it so that it matches up perfectly with the shape. And the way you're going to know that is if you see here, sometimes when I move it, I get these red lines across the screen. What that is doing is Google Slides is telling me when things are parallel or when they're matching up. So for example, if I take this and I move it to the left, eventually a red line is going to appear. There we go, showing that these two are now perfectly aligned. So you can see here, they are actually right on top of each other in a horizontal manner. So these two are matched up that way. Now what I need to do is I need to move it upwards. So I've got one red line. You actually want to end up with two red lines. You see here I've got two red lines across my screen. It looks like a big red plus sign, and that tells me that my shapes are on top of each other. And this is exactly how we want this to look. So we're going to leave it as it is for now. So we're going to leave that shape alone. We're now going to work on the third shape. This one, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure this one goes on top of the other two. And right now it is not going on top of the other two. So we're going to right click onto it. We're going to order and bring to front. So now you can see it's on top of the other two shapes, and that's what we want. Once you've done that, you're going to make this color a lighter color than the other two. So we've made the base of this guy. We're now making this shape here. That gives him his little 3D shape and his perspective, his shape basically. So you're just going to make it a lighter color. So you're going to click on this shape. You're going to go back to the fill color, and depending on how you chose your color, if you just chose one of these colors, you can just go to a lighter color. So if you chose to make your guy dark yellow, you could just make this shape dark yellow 1 instead of dark yellow 2. But since I made mine a custom shape, I'm going to go into custom and I'm going to take the little circle and I'm going to drag it all the way. No, I'm going to make it about halfway for me, but you're going to make it a nice light color. You don't want it to be too similar because it won't look very nice. But you're going to drag it to the left. If your color was down here, you're going to drag it up. What you want to do is you want to get it closer to this white corner and further away from the black corner because that's going to make it a lighter color. And then you hit OK. And as you can see, I have a lighter pink, which is exactly what I wanted. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to shrink this shape because as you can see, this shape is smaller than the one around it. But it's not a lot smaller, it's only a little smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align it with my shapes like that. So you saw that red line, right? It's aligned, aligned, not aligned, aligned, not aligned. Okay, so now it's aligned. I'm going to start by moving it up. So I'm going to click on the bottom square and I'm just going to move it up. I think that's probably a good height. And then I'm going to shrink it this way a little bit. Once I've gotten it shrunk a little bit, I'm going to move it on top of the other shape to see what it looks like. Yeah, let me see. I think that looks actually pretty good. Let me see. So he doesn't have any darker color here, so I'm going to push it up a little bit further. So I'm just going to move it a tad higher. That should be good. Yeah, that looks good to me. So that's about what you want. You want it to be in the top right corner because all of our characters, they always end up with the lighter color further to